Hello, Profit with the Planets. I just did my forecast and then I realized I forgot to put something in. So I just thought that I would put this as a separate video. What I've got here is the astrology of the last year Tulip Mania before the bubble burst. I don't know why I've never done this astrology before. And I thought, oh, that's quite interesting that we have Pluto trine Jupiter. I talk about Pluto and Jupiter a lot. In my forecast, I mentioned how they're really important to big economic issues because we're having the opposition next year, which is a big part of the forecast. More importantly, have a look at Pluto at 26 degrees of Taurus. Because where we got Uranus now, exactly around the same place. Pluto in financial astrology is about money and plutocrats, and certainly would be a giant bubble bursting. I said in my forecast, Uranus likes to break things on its way out the door. Well, so does Pluto. They're both very slow, so we don't have a lot of historical testing. I'm a little wary after seeing this. Now, I mentioned in my forecast I think a lot of the valuation is going to start coming out of sync. I'm actually starting to wonder, are we coming into a bubble burst? We don't know until it happens. But with Neptune coming to the end of Pisces after doing my forecast, could this be more than the metals trade? Is this related to gold, silver, Bitcoin, all these sort of speculative stocks? Even Labubus. It's really interesting because the shares of Labubu, the minute Neptune went direct, 2 weeks later have started falling, and all of a sudden the popularity is coming out the window. And that is a real Neptune in Pisces kind of thing. So I'm a little concerned looking at this and just the way my brain's been thinking, are we coming to the end of a massive speculative bubble? We've got the money sign Taurus, a big outer planet changing. There's this Pluto-Jupiter aspect. I mentioned in the forecast, trines are a warning that there can be impending problems later. We've got Uranus trine Pluto, for example, next year. So even though they're good, there can be a real downside later. But it's the end of Taurus. So as this Tulip bubble was bursting in 1637, Pluto is coming to the end. And it's very slow and it comes in and out. And I'm a little concerned with Neptune coming to the very end of Pisces. You can refer to my forecast if you want to see that. We're probably 6 weeks away, 8 weeks. So be careful right here. Whatever you want, either trade it quickly or maybe it can wait. And just allow Uranus to come to this end of Taurus, Neptune to come to Pisces. There's nothing wrong with waiting and trading. In fact, the best traders are able to wait with patience and discipline. We'll have to see. But that's some really interesting financial astrology, looking at Pluto coming to the end of Taurus. You'll have to decide what speculative means. Is that crypto, gambling markets? Is that the silver frenzy? We just don't know, but there could be some really interesting history on the other side of this. So take care.